on. It's 99 JAMZ, Miami's #1 for hip-hop and R&B. I'm so excited for this special guest today.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Miss Show Me the Money.
Yes.
Gigi Maguire.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Hey.
First of all, thank you so much for pulling up on me.
Listen, thank you for the invite.
When I reached out to you, I was like, should we do Zoom? Should we do? You were like, I'm coming. I was like,
I'm
oh,
pulling
okay.
up.
You was like, I love a reason to come to Miami.
Absolutely.
And what better reason than to come to talk about Magic City?
Magic City, an American fantasy.
The docuseries.
5-part docuseries.
Wow.
On Starz.
Wow.
Already.
And you said it's like, what, 2 to 3 years in the making?
Yes.
And this all kind of happened because of you.
I mean, because of Big Match.
Yes, but not to toot your own horn, but you pitched it.
I did.
You're narrating it.
Yes.
You got a producer credit.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
know that's right. Yes. Talk about 360. How crazy is that?
You know, for all of the years that I was shamed and shunned and put down for how I chose to hustle, you know, for it to come full circle and my story to be told in a way that it's celebrated, it's an amazing feeling.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
You should be really proud about that.
I am.
And not only that, you mentioned being shamed and shunned. Isn't it so crazy now to see that just about everybody kind of look like a stripper?
You know, I say this all the time. There used to be a time where, let's say in Atlanta, or even here in Miami, you on your way to Publix, right? And you got on some slides and some tights, you know, weave down to your booty crack and some lashes.
Yeah.
And you see another girl that's dressed like you, and you be like, yeah, where she work at? I know she one of us.
And
now everybody look like that. Not only do everybody look like that, they out here with their lingerie on outside, with their pack outfits, what we call it, a pack outfit, outside in the club, birthday dinners, you know, the poster girl look.
Yes.
We
the little one
that.
piece that's like this big and it stretches out. That literally, oh my God,
that's a dance outfit.
It is.
$20 in a little box. They sell it at the beauty supply.
Yeah, but
and
poster girl is selling it for like $200.
And these girls is wearing it to their birthday dinners and on date nights. And I just be looking like, now I did do a photo shoot in one. But I did not wear that thing outside.
But how does it feel though to just be so influential?
It's an amazing feeling to I've always been one to kind of run in my own lane. You know, I've always been one to not really fall into what the masses is doing, but really just do what I want to do and what makes me feel comfortable.
Okay.
So to know that things that I was doing on the stage are still being done 20 years later, like the shake of the hair. Like I used to shake my hair because I wore my real hair and I wanted people to know that I had real hair. That's where the hair shake come from. It's like small things like that. Certain pole tricks and, you know, just certain little things that we do in the club, ways of hustling, like sending a guy a drink from across the room. It's like little things like that the girls are doing now.
Let me get my notepad.
It's just like, wow, 20 years ago I was doing that. And here we are. You know, it has become, just like Last Dance, it has become a thing that we never thought would be a thing. Well, in the moment, you know, and now here we are.
So I did watch the first episode because there's only one episode out now.
No, I'm sick about that too.
I really thought I was like, ooh.
I'm about to binge watch.
What's next?
You got to wait till Friday.
But you did mention in the first episode that every dancer has a story.
Yes, absolutely.
So what's your story?
So I became a mother at 17, senior year in high school. Unfortunately, her father was murdered 5 days after her second birthday.
Sorry to hear that.
After that, I was dating a guy and became a victim of domestic violence. And when he tried to unalive me, I went to my mother, and unfortunately, she wasn't trying to hear it. So I wasn't homeless, but I was unhoused. I did not have my own. And a very long story short, one of my god sister, actually, she's a hairstylist, and she's like, I know these girls that dance at this club, and they get into the coin. And I immediately thought, because I was ignorant to the fact that there are nicer establishments, I thought the down in the gutter, dirty, do your stuff with a Corona bottle, you know, do a little fellatio in the corner for $40. I was thinking that. And when I actually got the chance to see what a gentleman's club was, I was like, oh, I could do this. I have the talent, I have the looks, and that was what she told me. She's like, you have you're a dancer, like you're a real dancer, and you have the look and everything that I promise you would make money. And I'm like, But then when I saw for myself, I was like, oh, I'm late. I should have been here 2 years ago. Yes.
So was that the first place that you danced at, was Magic City?
No, actually, I danced at a place called Delilah's in Philly. I'm from Philly. So I danced at Delilah's in Philly. It's very similar to like a Tootsie's or a Cheetah in Atlanta. It's like that upscale gentleman's club type of vibe. The doctors, the lawyers, the professional men in the daytime that do the champagne rooms. It's one of them. It's not a booty club, throw the money type place.
Yeah.
I was there for a few years. I decided to start bartending. And then when I moved to Atlanta, I thought that I was going to bartend again.
Okay.
And I was with someone who worked at Magic City on and off. And when we went in there for her to work, I sat in the club and I saw a Monday night happen from 3 p.m.
You saw Magic City Monday.
From 3 p.m. to 3
a.m. You
a.m.
was like, sign me up.
Not at first.
Okay.
Not at first. I was intimidated because I was 110 pounds in an A cup. And I'm like, these guys, yes. And I'm like, these guys ain't going to want to see my little skinny tail up on that stage. But what they weren't seeing at the time was pole tricks. And when I sat in there and I saw that none of these girls are touching this pole, I was like, So when I got the opportunity to do their amateur night contest that Wednesday, I won the contest and was offered a job immediately by Big Madge himself.
Wow. So what makes Magic City so magical? Because I've never been to Magic City.
Girl, when you ready? Let me know when you're going to be in Atlanta, because I promise you're going to have the best experience.
Yeah, especially going with you, Miss Magic City.
Yes. It's a gym. It's an Atlanta landmark. It's that building, that little tiny building has been there across the street from Greyhound for 40 years. The same black man has owned it. He has his own triumphant story of rags to riches. He's a family man. He was a husband. He has sons that has followed in his footsteps. That one of his sons is the doctor, and the other two actually help run the club.
Okay.
And
so it's a family business.
Yeah, like they said in episode 1. Like I said, that's daddy.
Yeah.
Us women who has come in that club and come through that club up under him, a lot of us look at him as a father figure, and he feels the same way about his babies. He treats us as if we are the daughters that he never had. And I'm talking about from help with lawyers and finding the right situations when you come into a bind. He's somebody that we always knew that we could go to for help. A lot of times in the strip club industry, you hear about the guys that own the club that want to do nasty things with the girl. And he's not that. No.
That's good to hear, because I see a lot of like TikToks where the girls like, money count, this what I made, and like everyone's like, you know what, I need to become a midnight ballerina.
So we call it the theatrical ballet. You right in that era, in that lane. It's not for everybody, and I hate to be hypocritical.
Talk about how it really is a hustle.
It really is a hustle. It's something that I cannot be a hypocrite and say don't do it, but do it if you have to. Figure out something else first if you can. And if you're like me, your back was against the wall. I was a single mother. I was a double convicted felon. I don't have a formal education. I didn't really have a lot of options. I could have went back to Wendy's or TGI Fridays, but that wasn't enough for me to take care of me and my child. So I used my technical dance skills and my personality and the body that I eventually built to get me to the coin.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, what do you have to say about people that are criticizing? I don't know if you saw this. People are like, okay, it's executive produced by Jermaine Dupri. We get that. He's like Mr. Atlanta. But Drake. They're like, Drake ain't even from America.
Shout out to Aubrey Graham. Shout out to Drake. So it's Drake's Dream Crew production company.
Okay.
It's not just Drake.
Okay.
For one. So we'll clear that part up. He owns the production company along with the other producers. So his production company is the EP. Did he have a hand in things? Absolutely. You see him on screen. However, Drake is a connoisseur. He is hip hop. He's a hip hop legend. He's a hip hop artist. He's a writer.
He loved them strippers.
And he loves the strip. He is a connoisseur. He retired a few. Remember that when he retired?
Yes, when he had the jerseys up in the rafters.
He's been one of the rappers or entertainers that will come in the club every time and show love. And Jamie Gertz is a producer. She's an actress, and her and her husband own the Hawks. Nobody has a problem with her being a producer. Dream Crew production company also produced Top Boy, the Tupac documentary, and Euphoria. Nobody had a problem with him doing those things. So I think that people pick and choose what they want to have a problem with and be mad at. But as far as I'm concerned, no, he's not from Atlanta. No, he's not even from America. But he is a part of the culture. And when it comes to this documentary, what you'll learn throughout the 5 episodes is that there is a path that cross a connection between strip, hip hop, politics,
and sports.
Exactly. and then you have us.
Yeah.
Because it ain't no club without the dancers.
No, and I want to talk about that because even seeing Shaq and the story that he told, you know, he's so theatrical and everything. Him saying that he got the call about his $100 million deal, and they're like, "You gotta come sign us." He's like, "I'm kind of busy.
I'm
kind of
busy at the moment.
City.
Do we have to do it tonight?"
Like, how crazy is that?
Yeah.
And like, I know that like sports and music are so synonymous, but they also go hand in hand with the strip club because I know, like, being in Miami, which has its own, you know, notoriety of the strip club.
Absolutely.
Your song, if it don't make it in the strip club,
it ain't making it nowhere.
It ain't making it on 99 JAMZ.
Okay.
So I know that you ladies help break records.
We are unofficial A&Rs.
Yes.
Unofficially. Yes.
Like, y'all are like the people that co-sign whatever is cool.
Because guess what? If the booties want to shake to it,
you don't want to listen to your car. So, I mean, what are some songs that you've heard, like, while you were dancing?
So when I got to Atlanta, Magic City, it was late 2005, right after Hurricane Katrina, like right around that time. And I watched, may he rest in peace, I watched DJ Nando break Jeezy's career. Jeezy was like sizzling, but I watched it elevate throughout those couple of years, my first couple of years there. And then it transitioned into DJ Esco, boosting Future's career right inside of Magic City. And both of those stories will be told in the documentary. But I was there. When they did the verses with Jeezy and Gucci, they was asking for us in them comments because I should have been on that stage. Like, I was there in that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that whole run. I've also seen a lot of T.I. music, a lot of Trey Songz music. I mean, anywhere between 2005 and 2011, which is the years that I was there, any artist that was having hit songs, best believe. I even watched the Migos after I left there. I watched the Migos rise out of Magic City. Shout out to
and
QCP.
I see they're in the docuseries too.
Yeah.
That's really dope. And you know what? I feel like you guys don't get the credit for those things because I feel like you guys really are, like you said, like the tastemakers.
Yeah.
So how does it feel now when you look at like the way strip clubs are now?
It's different now.
I've heard you talk about it a little bit about how women don't have
they don't have this.
You know.
They don't have the ooh la la, ooh wee wee. They don't have the finesse. They don't have the they don't get fantasy.
They interact like the men.
Yes. They rapping and they shooting guns. And I interviewed JD prior to the doc release, and he made a valid point. That's the music that's being made. So they're just reacting to what they're hearing. So all they're playing is bang, bang, shoot 'em up drill rap and sexy drill, whatever they call it. And this is what the girls are reacting to. So, you know, it's up to the artist to bring that swag back and make the girls sexy again, right? We need to put that on the pink hat.
Make the strip club
sexy again.
Write that down.
Because, you know, I think, I also think that a change came through the whole social media wave. You know, that put a little bit of a change. Now that you have OnlyFans and Twitter is basically porn, and then you have, you know, the girls on Instagram with they booties on the sink. You know, it's like a guy can get all of this online for free. So it takes somebody that really is a strip club connoisseur to really want to come to the club and see it in person. It's just not the same as it used to be. But everything evolves. Everything changes. So, you know, I watching the documentary and getting to know Passion and Strawberry and hearing their story, the OGs from the 80s, baby. So hearing those stories and getting to meet them and talking to them throughout the time that we did this project, you hear their stories and you're like, damn, it wasn't like that when I was, you know? So it's the same. They were 80s, 90s dancers. I was a 2000 dancers. Now we're in the 2020s and it has evolved. So we just gotta let it continue to evolve, but make strip sexy again.
And you know what I didn't know until after finishing the show and waiting for it to come back, P-Valley, that you are Mercedes.
Yes, I am. Unofficially,
I did not know that.
You know,
yeah,
I mean... I am one of many dancers who they used as a muse for her character, as well as Autumn Nights. But yeah, I was the snack pack. There was 3 of us. Essentially, I created The Last Dance. There's going to be a lot about that in the documentary.
Which now that's like a strip
It's a
club
thing.
tradition.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
Kash Doll. When she used to strip and she had her last dance.
Jessica Dime did it on Love and Hip Hop,
Uh-huh.
and like you said, but P Valley, Mercedes' very first scene, she's coming into the office and she's giving Uncle Clifford a flyer for her last dance.
That like almost never happened.
And right, and when I decided to do that performance, I come from a theatrical background. I come from professional dance. I come from putting on a show. So I did a whole production for my last dance, and Flashdance was the theme. Beyonce's Dance for You was my finale song, and I really I recreated the Flashdance DVD cover as my assets, my photo for the flyers, and I just crossed out Flash and put last. It was
and
that
that's
simple.
where it came from.
I was not calling it my last dance. It was the name of the party was The Last Dance because it was my last time dancing on Magic City stage. Well, until last week.
I was gonna say, I see you
But
made a
that
little
was
return.
15 years ago. So at that time, I'm like, this is my last time dancing on this dance. Flash dance, last dance, The Last Dance. It was just that simple. And then it turned into a thing to where now dancers, when they want to retire and if they have enough notoriety to really make it happen, they're having a last dance.
That's
I
crazy.
never thought that would happen in that moment.
That is
never
so
in
crazy
a million years
that
would I
you
think
started that. You
this-
just a trendsetter all around.
And it just happens. It's not something that I set out to do. I never went in Magic City like, oh, I'm going to become the face of this place. I'm going to become their queen. I'm going to be their best dancer they ever had. In the 40-year history, there's eras where you have the girls who was popular here and popular there and popular there. And then, even, again, back to JD, he keeps saying that white chocolate was his favorite. There was a clip of Big Madge saying that sugar, Big Meech turned sugar up. Shout out to my OGs because they both are my OGs. And now we have Trina that's currently at Magic City. But again, the doc will teach you that I had a pivotal role in the rebirth of Magic City when it was in a slow period. I came in with something that wasn't seen, and I really did change the game in that building with my performances. And now you have girls like Trina who didn't do pole tricks back when we worked there together, and now she's one of their biggest pole girls.
So is there anything that you have learned from filming and watching some of the...
So much.
What's something that shocked you that you learned?
Shout out to Miss Gail, Little Magic and Juju's mother, Michael Barney's ex-wife. I did not know. I knew Miss Gail. I knew she was a woman of poise, right? I did not know that he started a strip club and didn't tell her.
Now, isn't that something?
And the way that the edit is, it says that this her being back into the club happened at the grand opening party. But in real life, that happened after she wasn't even allowed to come to the grand opening party.
Wow.
They edited it to say that it happened at the grand opening party, but that wasn't the grand opening party. She was getting ready to get dressed and picking out a dress, and he was like, baby, I don't think you should come to the grand opening. Nobody else is bringing their wives. You should sit this one out. He was stalling her out. And then it got to the point where she was like, no, take me to this club because why have all of our money is invested into this and I haven't seen it yet? Take me to this club. Baby, he backed her in with a blindfold on.
And she said, why is she naked? And why is she naked?
And he said, baby, don't look at them as naked women. Look at them as dollar signs. Okay? So that was one of the things that I learned. I knew that Big Madge was from Camden. Of course, I'm from Philly, so we've had that connection since almost day one. I did not know that Magic City was attempted arson twice. The same man tried to burn the club down twice. I learned that. I learned how a Magic City Monday was created because everybody think that this has been just from the day one, and no. I learned the story of Magic City Monday. I learned a lot. And learning is my favorite thing to do. So I was so full with that knowledge during the time frame that I did my interstitials and my studio work. I was like, wow, like mind blown.
And how incredible to be a part of that history.
Yeah.
Okay, so I usually do a thing towards the end where I do like a this or that.
Okay.
But I want to do a best or worst.
Okay.
So I want to know your best night and your worst night, what you made.
So my best night, everybody knows this. I say it all the time. My last dance was $28,000 in 28 minutes. My worst.
Wait.
Okay.
You just can't skate past that.
Okay.
$28,000 in 28 minutes.
Yes.
This was one person?
Well, no, that spent the money or just me on stage?
One person that was
No.
Oh.
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
I was on stage for 28 minutes with the combined girl. So you know what a birthday set is, right?
Yeah.
So it was very similar to a birthday set where all the girls were on stage with me at different times. I had a choreo, I had outfit changes, I had props. It was a whole production.
Okay.
And within the 28 minutes of that production, I accumulated $28,000. So it was $1,000 a minute.
And you still laugh? That was your last dance?
It was my last dance. Yeah. Now, my worst night, I passed out drunk a couple of times. There was 2 times in particular that I passed out drunk and, like, I literally got put on a drinking ban. But my worst night outside of passing out drunk would have to be any of the nights, and this is me keeping it 100 because a lot of dancers don't do this. We sometimes leave in the red. And you'll hear a girl say, "Oh, I always make money." That's not true. You leave sometimes without making money.
Because you have to still
yes, ma'am.
pay the house. And
if you are a mother, you pay your babysitter. If you just got your hair done, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Mm-hmm.
If you just got your nails done, cha-ching, cha-ching. If you bought a new outfit or some new shoes, you got your makeup done. You got your hair curled when you got to the club, cha-ching, cha-ching. You bought some wings, cha-ching, cha-ching. You got to tip the house mom. You got to tip the DJ. You might have bought yourself a drink or 2. A hookah.
So you spending money and didn't even make anything.
And now, let's just say cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. That add up to, I don't know, $500. And you don't make $600.
Yeah.
Guess what? You in the red.
Yeah.
I speak about this in episode 2. Okay. There's a small portion of when I talk about the amount of money and the fact that we have to spend. People think we make a lot of money. Yes, we do. But we also have to spend a lot of money. We have to keep up our
you have to be your best.
We have to have a gym membership. You have to, you know what I'm saying? There's so many things that go into keeping the look, keeping the body, keeping the clothes, keeping the shoes, keeping the hair, the makeup, and just taking care of your mental at the same time. It's a lot that goes into it. People don't realize that part of it.
What's your best and worst strip club here in Miami?
Ooh. Do I have a worst strip club here? I will say I attempted to work at KOD maybe like once, and it just was too much.
It was too ghetto.
It was too big.
Oh, okay.
It was too much. Besides going on stage, it wasn't. And shout out to Disco Rick. I love Disco Rick. And the back in the day, the Flying Angels, formerly known as Mazzani, and Tip Drill is one of my closest, dearest friends. I love her to death. That era of girls. Had the stage lit. So when you would go during that time, you would go on stage, you would make a lot of money, especially as a pole girl. But working that room, working that big warehouse, working that floor was hard. So I would say worst. And best for me as an entertainer,
I'm listening.
Girl, we're going to take it to the original Diamonds Cabaret, okay? Honey, we talking 2006, 7, 8.
Before I was old enough to go into a club.
Before it became G5 and before they branched off and did KOD, I want to shout out to Dr. Lenny Moore along with Pops, that's Trick Daddy's daddy, and again Disco Rick, because they had that building on fire, and I made so much money during that time that I was almost ready to move here. From Atlanta. And I didn't move here because I had just moved to Atlanta and I had my daughter and I didn't want to do that, uproot her. But yeah, I made a lot of money here then. So on a personal level, as a dancer, I would have to give it to the old original, not even G5, the old original Diamonds Cabaret.
Okay, best and worst song that you've danced to. Like, what was that song that would come on and you like, oh, I don't want to have to.
Okay. I love me some DJ Esco. And shout out to Future. But during the time that he was pushing Future's music, I would literally go in the booth and say, don't play no Future on my set. Play that for everybody else. Don't play it for me. Because we would just get sick of hearing it.
Yeah.
Best song, that's a toss-up. I used to love dancing to Fancy by the Dream. I would say like that's my best song of all time to dance to. I'm known because of Last Dance for dancing to Beyonce's Dance for You. But the Magic City Monday and Me, just put on any track from Thug Motivation 101 and we gonna get to it, baby. We gonna do the rain dance. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I'm gonna get a little nosy. Best and worst tipper that we would know. What's the celebrity that comes in and y'all like, oh, him again, he don't even tip good.
there's so many people that just don't tip. There was a time that I said Michael Jordan because he had so much money that we would just expected him to come in the club and go crazy.
So it wasn't bad.
But
it just was bad for him.
Well, he just didn't spend any money at all. But what we didn't know, because this is 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? What we didn't know is that he had his run back in the 90s and he was over it.
Yeah.
We didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a big spender in my day, Pac-Man Jones spent a lot of money. Floyd came in and spent a lot of money.
Well, yeah.
Carlos Rogers spent a lot of money. T.I., Jeezy, Future. Yeah.
What about any ladies?
Ladies that spent a lot of money. Yeah. There are some that used to come in there, but a big spender as a woman, if it was a woman, she was spending somebody else's money. So yeah,
I want to talk about that too.
Yeah.
Have you seen the clip on TikTok where there's some dancers who are like, if you go to the club and the man gives you 5 stacks to throw, you need to throw all 5 stacks. You can't be pocketing some of the. So I want to know, what are like the strip club etiquette for like customers? Like,
if somebody give you $5,000, are you spending it all?
Oh yeah.
Honestly?
Yeah.
Okay. Most women don't. Most women feel like, I'm a stash. I'm Denzel Washington. I'm from the hood. I'm leaving here. I'm from around the way. They feel like they need to stash a little 2, 3 stacks. So 100 stacks.
So you fine with that?
We're just used to it at this point. We see it all the time. You know?
And what are some other things that like women should or shouldn't do if they in the strip club?
Dance. Don't twerk. Unless you're dancing with the dancer and she's dancing on you. But if you just over there dancing on your man and twerking in the middle of the strip club, we gonna look at you like, girl, go audition. Go see the house mom.
Come be one of us.
Yeah, because why is you in here? You ain't gonna go to Benihana and get up on the grill. So why is you in here dancing?
No, that's the perfect
Save
analogy.
that for the regular club.
Yeah, okay.
That's the worst thing a woman could do in the club. Taking the money, I mean, it happened. Listen, you know who take the money more than the girls? The broke homeboys.
They be like
the entourage.
They be sliding
the entourage. They'll hand it to the entourage and he might pocket the whole thing. At least she gonna throw a little something. Pocket a little bit. A little in the baggie, a little bit in the purse. You know, it is a terrible thing that they do. And, you know, but I mean, they do it.
Well, I'm so happy that you were able to come. What's next for Gigi?
Oh, my God. Pink Conversations is what's right now for Gigi.
Okay.
I am still on lip service. Shout out to Angela Yee. We are 11 years strong come September.
Wow.
Our new co-host of the past year or two now is Jordan Emmanuel. She's a Bravo celebrity from Summer House.
I know. I love
Martha's
her.
Vineyard. Love her down. I was actually a fan before we became friends and love her down. I think she brings something youthful and a different vibe to the show, and I really enjoy her being on the show. Pink Conversations is on Now That's TV exclusively. You can find it on that app and on YouTube. And I have, I think, 10 episodes already released. I still have another 7 in the can. I'm filming again next week. And I'm just really trying to grow myself in that lane of being the showrunner. You know, I've been the sidekick for so long. I've been on the side of Angela Yee for so long. I've been the number 2 for so long. And it's time for me to really just show the world that I can actually lead a show and be a number 1. And I'm looking for that big check. Okay, I need me a $1 million worth of game check. I need me a what's Cameron and May show? It is what it is check. You know, I need me one of them checks. So yeah, you know, that's my goal. Just really trying to grow my show. And from this Magic City documentary and having this relationship with Starz, I'm really hoping and wishing and praying that this will open some more opportunities for me in the world of acting. You know, I would love to explore that area.
Why aren't you on P-Valley?
Yeah. So I did do, I was written into the script, season 2, episode 5, The Legends Ball. I was honored along with Miami's own.
Jessica Dime was on there too, right? Okay,
Miami's own Miami Tip,
yes.
And Jessica Dime and Jocelyn Hernandez. The 4 of us were honored as legends in strip. So they did write Gigi Maguire into the strip for that episode. The snack pack my Kelly and my Michelle, they are actresses on P-Valley.
Oh wow,
they are. And in season 3, which is y'all, season 3 is coming, y'all. Y'all be mad about season 3. It's coming. Now y'all forgot it was 2 strikes. It was an actor strike. It was a writer strike. It was some things happening with behind the scenes. But I promise y'all that I know for a fact because my friends are actors. 3 of them are actors on the show. It's in post and it's coming. I promise y'all, P-Valley season 3 is coming. The Snack Pack, my other 2 Snack Pack members, they are actresses, and they were more in the background in season 1 and 2, but in season 3 their characters are developed a little more, so you'll get to know them by name and face, and I'm extremely proud of them for that.
Well, I'm excited for that, and I'm excited to continue watching the 5-part docuseries on Starz.
On Starz,
let everyone know about it.
4 more episodes. So, Magic City: An American Fantasy is a 5-part docuseries that premiered last week, Friday, August 15th. We have 5 episodes in total, so there's 4 more Fridays to come. And if you're streaming it, you can watch it Thursday at midnight, like I did. Thursday at 11:58, I was on my couch, like Starz and play. I'm extremely grateful to be a part of this project. It started with a phone call about an interview that turned into narrating, that turned into the pitch team, that turned into producer credit, and there's another part about it that I can't talk about yet.
Ooh.
But there's so much more to come. The more clips I see, the more episodes I see, the more it just gives me chills, and I'm just so excited and forever grateful. Ultimately grateful is the feeling. Attitude is gratitude for sure when it comes to the series. It's the story of not just the strippers. It's the story of the brick and mortar of that building. It's the story of the history of Michael Barney Sr., a.k.a. Mr. Magic, Big Madge, Daddy Magic. He went to jail for 9 years for cocaine conspiracy.
Wow. Came
back, almost lost the club. Had to decide whether he was going to give it up or keep it pushing. And here we are about to celebrate 40 years in October. So that tells you, just how important it is. And like we said earlier, when you mix the business, the politics, the sports, the hip hop, everything that's involved in the meat and potatoes of this project, it's a lot to be learned. And it's a lot. I think it's important for the people to understand that, yes, strip is taboo and it's a down south thing where it's like normal to us, but for the world globally to see that, we aren't just pimped out prostitutes and drug addicted, that as women, we have stories, we have children, we have educations, we buy houses, we have husbands, that's always been something that I was spearheading on and pushing the narrative of who we really are as women, because people think that just because we choose a hustle where we have to show our bodies that we're just dumb and we'll do anything, and that's just not even the case.
Well, I'm so excited for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for pulling up, Gigi Maguire.
Thank you for having me.
And make sure that you stream the docuseries.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tune in, baby. It's good.
It is.
It's really good, and I'm not being biased. It's good. If I was on the outside looking in, I would feel the same way. And I want all the girls out there who feel like they weren't called to not take it personal. It's 2.5 hours essentially. We cannot fit thousands of stories into 2.5 hours. So there's a lot of people who are in their feelings that they weren't a part of this project, but you are a part of this family, and you are a part of that building, and you are a part of the history and the legend. And I just want everybody to still please support it, and don't take anything personal if you weren't called to be a part of the project itself.
It's Kristen, Kash, Gigi Maguire, 99 JAMZ, Miami's #1 for hip hop and R&B.